I am working on some covers for some junk journals that I'm going to be giving away soon, and I've been using a lot of just torn paper strips to decorate the covers, and I've had several people ask to see how I'm doing this, so I'm going to show you that real quick today. You're going to need some kind of paper for the cover, you know, a sturdy type paper. So a piece of cardstock will work, and everything I'm using is all scraps and cast-offs. Just use what you've got. I don't know where I was going with that one, but I don't think I ever quite got there. And then there's a dendritic print that I just did all kinds of stuff on, and a scrap that I don't know what I did with that. These are some lighter weight papers that I'm just not real thrilled with, you know. They're just not spectacular. They're okay. Some of them are wipe-off sheets. They don't have to be pretty. Just use what you got. And then I just take and tear it into strips with the grain, and you know that you're going with the grain if you can tear it out evenly. Do some skinny and some wide, so you've got a variety, and that's okay. You get a little piece of one or two or three. All of them. Now once you have a pile of strips, you just start gluing them on. Just kind of all there is to it. I'm going to use some Mod Podge, and you can glue them on in a pattern, you know, you can weave them or whatever, or just glue them. And since I fold most of my covers over like this, or my pages over like this to make a book cover, sometimes I'll glue them this way, sometimes this way. This time I think I'm going to glue them this way. Sometimes I will put another sheet on here, you know, to cover up the white or whatever. Sometimes I won't. Almost always when I'm done, I'll go back in and add some kind of color, you know, a little watercolor or some spray inks or something, just for fun. Okay, once you get everything pretty much glued down the way you want it, let it dry so you can go back and kind of see where you're at. Now, once they're done, you can just leave it like this and call it finished. I really like this. Or you can go in and you can add some paint or sprays or something to give them a little bit more cohesion or whatever. Shall we demonstrate? Okay. Let's see. Let's just use some Twinkle Toes, twinkling H2Os, and Just go along some of the paper edges. Alrighty, all done. Just that one little pile of strips and scraps and stuff made all of these journal covers. Pretty cool. This was that little partial sheet scrap that I put mostly the little ends that I tore off. Those are what mostly went on there. And this kind of pearly color is that spray. I had trouble getting it to spray, and then so I changed the sprayer out, and then it wouldn't dry on the slick surfaces. And one of them, okay, I spilled it, and then I used this to wipe it up, but this was kind of a glossy cardstock, so it wouldn't dry, so I just poured embossing powder over it and embossed it. So it, turned out kind of cool. But, yeah, note to self, don't put it on glossy stuff. Okay, there we go. This just looks festive to me. Doesn't that look like Christmas? I think it does. I guess the red and the green. And I used a DecoArts glitter writer, sparkle writer. What's it called? Oh darn. Okay, I'm going to learn it one of these days. One of those. And I've not done the insides of these. I usually put some kind of something on the inside just to make it more sturdy if it's going to be a journal cover. A couple of them I've done. Okay, this one, see, I put that's an old phone book page. And I stuck in there. And I used some white craft paint in a fine liner bottle to do the little lines on it. And I love this one because, see, this one's all kind of like gold and orange and rich kind of earthy colors. And then you flip it, and it's got the purple and the pink. So, I could just do that either way. Options! And then here's this one, which needs something on the inside. So, not a lot of effort, not a lot of time, definitely not a lot of expense or anything like that as far as supplies go, but, really, really fun results. So there you go. Strips of painted papers that, are just not your favorites. They can end up being your favorites in this technique. Whatever this is, torn strip journal covers or something. I should have named it, shouldn't I? Ugh. Okay, well, I'll think about that. The end.